Hey everybody, what is up? Sean Hatzel here with Get Lean After 40. And in today's video, I want to give people over 40 years old 3 tricks to use to stabilize insulin. Remember, insulin is considered your body's #1 fat storage hormone. So in the presence of elevated insulin levels, not only do we get energy crashes and blood sugar spikes and dips that can negatively affect our health and our inflammation, we also take our body out of an environment where it can access stored fat cells as a fuel source. So stabilizing insulin, especially for the hormonal condition of people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, is critical to your long-term health and fat loss success. So here are the 3 tricks. The first one is to never eat carbs that have starches or sugars in them by themselves. So this would even count as some healthy carbs. So glucose-based carbs like potatoes and yams, sweet potatoes, rice, ripe bananas, which are very high in glucose, or even certain ripe fruits. So all these natural carbs from nature that God created that are amazing for our metabolism, but you just need to know how to combine them the right way. And this is part of my over 40 hormone reset diet that you can learn about by clicking or tapping the link that I put in the description of this video. It's one of the 3 pillars, is combining your foods the right way, because it does stabilize insulin and it helps regulate cortisol at the same exact time. So the best way to do this is when you eat your starchy carbs and your ripe fruits, always combine them with the #1 nutrient that people over 40 should always consume in every meal, and that is protein. So by combining like a fist-sized portion of carbohydrates with a palm-sized portion of protein, this will help balance out that insulin spike, to minimize it, to get the body back into a fat and burning environment as fast as possible. So food combinations is the first trick. The second trick is to eat protein before bed. You see, eating before bed is not going to make you fat. However, it could raise insulin before bed, right? So any type of food, even if it's protein, is insulinogenic. But eating protein before bed has been shown to stabilize morning blood sugar when people wake up. And not only that, eating protein before bed boosts your metabolism because of the thermic effect. Digesting that protein increases your metabolism because the body uses and burns more calories digesting protein than any other macronutrient. It prevents muscle loss, right? So during the night while you're sleeping to recover. And it stabilizes morning blood sugar to keep your body in a fat burning environment when you wake up. Now, it's very important that you try to consume your protein about an hour or 2 before bed. This will give that mini insulin spike a chance to settle down. So as you go into a deep sleep, blood sugar is more stabilized. This will not only allow you to burn more fat while you sleep, it will also help you release more melatonin as well, and growth hormone pulses throughout the night. The third and the final trick is to use a strategic form of intermittent fasting that's designed for the current hormonal condition of anybody over 40 years old. So this is all part of my over 40 hormone reset diet. You see, intermittent fasting has profound effects on the health and your fat loss and your longevity. I mean, fasting is shown to increase lifespan. It's been very anti-inflammatory. It releases fat-burning hormones. It can increase mental focus and clarity. It triggers a process called autophagy, where your cells actually cleanse themselves. And the form of fasting that I teach you inside my system over at my website also has been shown to boost your metabolism. And when you use it just 4 or 5 days of the week strategically, I show you how you can boost growth hormone 400 to 1,000%. So it's all part of using my over 40 hormone reset diet. So if you're not familiar with intermittent fasting, before I close out this video, I'll just share a little bit about how it works. If you're a beginner, I recommend that you fast 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So you start out by eating, let's say, your last meal between 6 and 9 p.m. Any of those times is fine. And then you break your fast 12 hours later between 6 and 9 a.m. the next day. So try this for 5 days for a week or 2 and see how you feel. And I think you're going to really enjoy it. This is going to start resetting your weight management hormones. It's going to start resetting your ground levels. It's going to help you stabilize insulin more, and it's going to help you release more growth hormone. However, it's not nearly as effective as using this method and extending it out beyond that 12 hours. So there's a specific sweet spot beyond the 12-hour mark for men and female over 40, and I reveal exactly what this is inside my system over at my website. Hopefully you got something out of this. Make sure that you're combining your meals the right way. So always include a protein with your carbs when you eat them, right? Make sure you're consuming protein an hour or two before bed. And then make sure you're using some form of intermittent fasting. And if you're over 40 years old, it's imperative that you use the method that's scientifically designed for your hormonal condition. And that's exactly why I created the Over 40 Hormone Reset Diet. So thanks for watching this, and God bless.